Hello everyone. Today we are not just solving a problem, we are preparing to conquer the Madras School of Economics entrance. Now, if you are looking at that 5-year integrated MA, whether you plan to jump ship after 3 years with an honors or stick around for the full 5-year glory, you need to think like a mathematician and feel like an economist. Okay, so we are officially launching the Dr. Sourav classes crash course for the MAC, and this is your first test of the secret sauce. Okay, so keep the eyes on the screen. Today we are looking at a problem from the MSc vault. Okay, it looks scary, it looks like a bunch of x's and y's, right, but it's actually just about how you find a name in a phone book, and MSc loves this. Why? Because economists are obsessed with ordering, and we want to know if bundle A is better than bundle B. This specific logic is called the lexicographical ordering. Okay, so let's see how we prove that is winning stays true when we start adding things together. So look at the screen first. Look at the question. The question is basically saying that let x equal to x1 x2 and this goes up to xn, and y is y1 y2 and this goes up to yn, where x1 x2 xn y1 y2 yn are the real numbers, and we write x greater than y if for some k 1 less than equal to k less than equal to n minus 1, x1 is y1, x2 is y2 and xk is yk, but xk plus 1 is greater than yk plus 1. Now show that for u is equal to u1 and this goes up to un, and v is v1 and that goes up to vn, and w is w1 and this goes up to wn, and z is z1 and this goes up to zn. If u greater than v and w greater than z, then u plus w is greater than v plus z. Okay, so this is a classic question from the Madras School of Economics integrated MA entrance. So okay, so we have vectors u, v, w and z, and we are told that u greater than v and w greater than z, right? So in Lex land, like the lexicographical ordering, u greater than v does not mean u is bigger everywhere. It just means that at the very first index where they stop being twins, u hits a higher number. Okay, so let's define our points. For u and v, the first point of difference be at index I. So u1 is v1 and this goes up to u1 is v1, right, and ui minus 1 is what? Vi minus 1, but ui greater than vi, right? Now for w and z, let the first point of difference be at index j. So w1 is z1 and similarly wj minus 1 is zj minus 1, but wj is greater than zj. Okay, now we need to show that u plus w is greater than v plus z, right? Now to do this, we need to find the first index where the sum u plus w differs from v plus z. Okay, so let m is minimum ij. Okay, so m is the first time anyone decides to be different. So for case 1, if I less than j, then up until index I minus 1 everything is a mirror image. So uk plus wk is equal to vk plus zk. Okay, for all k less than I. Now at index I, since I less than j, we know wi is zi, and we already know ui is greater than vi. Therefore, ui plus wi is greater than vi plus zi. So yes, the sum u plus w wins at index I. Now the case number 2. If j less than I, then what happens? It's the same logic basically. Don't make me write it twice. I have a shipment of brass lights to check later. Just kidding. So if j comes first, the sum wins at index j. Now the case 3. If I equal to j, if they both decide to differ at the exact same index, then ui is greater than vi and wi is greater than zi. Now adding them up, ui plus wi greater than vi plus zi. So the victory is here. Okay. Now why do we care? In microeconomics, we usually represent the preferences with a utility function, right? U of xy, that is x dot y. Okay. But lexicographical preferences are the rebels of icon. You cannot represent them with a continuous utility function. Why? Because they violate the continuity axiom, and there is no such thing as being indifferent here. So it's either bigger or smaller. If you want to impress the MSc interviewer, tell them lexicographical preferences are not representable by a real valued utility function, because the set of the bundles is too large to be mapped into the real numbers while maintaining the order. Okay. So this is not just math, it's vector space logic. We are showing that lexicographical ordering is translation invariant, and if you move the whole comparison by a certain amount, like adding w and z, the order stays the same. So this is the level of rigor we bring to Dr. Sourav's classes. We don't just solve, we dismantle. And if you want to handle the MSc Integrated MA entrance without breaking a sweat, join our new crash course today. We will turn these scary vectors into your best friends. Okay. So if I talk about the definition, always identify the first index of difference. That's the anchor of your proof. Okay, and the proof hinges on the fact that if I is the first difference for u and v, then for any index k less than I, or uk and vk are identical, and lexicographical ordering is often used to describe the strict priorities. Okay, so this is all about I have to say for this question. We will meet at the next session with a new question of Madras School of Economics Integrated MA Economics Entrance Exam. So till then, keep learning and keep growing with Dr. Sourav's classes. Join our Integrated MA Economics of Madras School Economics crash course today.